These Pikachu pants make my ass look amazing.
Huh?
I've got Pikachu pajama pants, and they make my ass look fantastic.
I'll be the decision about that.
Yeah, I'm telling you, my ass looks spectacular in these pants.
Booty, 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 boop, boop, booty. Everybody, welcome to World 1 Podcast. I'm your host with the most, the Nestle Wonderball, Mr. Eddie V. Joining me is the Red Velvet Nordic Beast himself. I would say Red Velvet Naked Beast. I don't know why I keep saying that, but the Red Velvet Nordic Beast himself, Mr. Larry Giver.
My foot looks like a GameCube.
Dang! And joining us is the manliest minister of Maple, the principal of pleasure of Pinatas.
Damn.
Mr. Adrian Nieto.
These introductions are getting sexier and sexier every time I come back. I need to go out for longer next time.
Yeah. Wait, normally
become the Prime Minister of Porn Stash.
Not with that beard that he has on. Well, Adrian, mostly you get on us about, you're like, oh my goodness, and then you feel embarrassed, but now you're accepting it. Oh, that's awesome.
I'm too sick and tired to comment on anything else.
Terms.
Yeah.
Well, you're awesome. We love you. We miss you so much. Yes, everybody, is the original three. Unfortunately, our Professor Pansy Drop, Sir Tony Zelakakis could not join us, but we show him love and shout outs to him. I know he's busy on Sundays. But guys, what has been up? We're going to actually start with you, Adrian. What have you been up to, and what are you playing?
Well, you mean right now? Because I'm playing Zelda as we speak.
Who's not playing Zelda? But yeah, tell us about what you've been doing in Zelda. Catch us up, or what games that you've been playing or doing.
Well, actually, I haven't been playing that much Zelda. Just a little bit here and there. Thanks to the Switch, it's like super portable, and I can play on the few breaks I get from time to time, which is awesome. But like other than that, I guess like Rocket League every other night. And that's it. I'm pretty sure that's pretty much everything I've been actually playing, and not pick up. Hey, this is really fun, but now I'm busy, and then just leave for a bunch of time.
Why are you and I not playing Rocket League regularly? Seriously.
Because I'm playing on the Steam. You're playing on Xbox.
Crossplay. This does not matter.
Yeah, but it's a pain in the ass to set up. We have to create like a private room and have a password, and then we have to tell a bunch of people to get in. And if it's only you and me, then it's only 1v1, which is not really fun.
You're not getting it on Xbox One, Adrian?
No, I have it on the Steam. I might pick it up on Switch if it actually comes out.
Oh, it's a good luck with that. If it was going to be on Switch, they would have brought it up.
They're looking at it.
It's not going to be on Switch.
Don't be a naysayer. Don't be a Debbie Downer. Damn it.
They had ample time to get that game on Switch. There's no way that game is going to be on Switch down the line. They had ample time to do it. Oh, we're thinking about it. Everybody is playing Switch. Why you not gonna? I'm like, it's selling out. Why would you not do it? Be like, you know what? Let's get this game out for the summer, or make a.
Look at their community if it's on the Switch.
Yeah, that's the big issue, and like Nintendo needs to go after those games, And like now that the Switch is selling well, maybe they're looking at like, oh, now it is actually worth our time. Which I understand. I mean, as a business, you have to take the right opportunities and the right choices.
Isn't the development kits only like $500?
Yeah,
we don't know that though.
But
they announced it. Nintendo said
no. Capcom said something about it, but it hasn't been confirmed. Like nobody else has said the price of it.
And they have 24 million players. So I'm like, to have that game on the go with friends, I'm like, that would be you would make probably double the money on Switch than you would on any other system.
No, I wouldn't go that far.
Oh, I would.
That's a big.
You've got a limited number of consoles out in the wild as it stands right now. Well, granted, it's pro, but you've still got to look at what's actually there and make sure financially it will make sense.
But you got to think about it. In order to play Rocket League, you have to be either to PC or you have to be on your console. With Switch, if I want to play Rocket League on the go because I feel like spending some time and I just feel like playing with a friend and I just jonesed to play some Rocket League, if I could do that on the go, I'm going to do it. And I know of people who are picking up Switch will automatically pick up the game.
Yeah, but not everyone though.
I would totally double dip for that.
Yeah,
but
same
not
here,
necessarily everyone will.
But exactly, like not everyone will really do it. Larry and I, because we really enjoy the game and we want the Switch to succeed.
Mm-hmm.
But not everyone is gonna pick up this just to play. However, with if I can actually play it and not spend that much data on my phone, I think that can actually sell well for.
Not only that too, but I do think that there is an opportunity to expand on the opportunity of local multiplayer,
mm-hmm.
as well as the fact that you've got two controllers with you at all times.
Yeah. However, I was doing the math. It will be impossible to play with. Not impossible, but it will be really tricky to play with just one Joy-Con. Sideways, like you don't have enough control over it.
Well, people would normally bring their Pro controller. I don't think they.
Yeah, but if you're on and about, you won't really bring your Pro controller.
Oh, people have been bringing their Pro controller.
I could actually see that problem resolved by using a motion control for the camera, a la Splatoon.
Like keeping the Joy-Cons on it.
I don't want no stinky motion controls on Rocket League. Are you kidding me?
I'm literally just talking for the camera, and if you think about it, half the time the camera doesn't matter because you just spend it with the camera locked on the ball.
Now, if you want to fly properly.
Well, I'm just saying it's an option.
I don't know. We'll see. But like I as much as I would love to have, Rocket League on the go multiplayer with just a sideways Joy-Con, it will be more complicated than to do so. Like I prefer just give me full regular controller support first, give me the actual game, and then if you want to spend money on making it work with just one Joy-Con, sure, more power to you, but give me the actual game first.
And that's what I just feel. See, the Rocket League should have already been on the system.
Oh, well, that's on Nintendo, man. Not really.
Not really, because that means that Nintendo should have been going to them to get Rocket League instead of them going to Nintendo to try to get Rocket League put on. Because I think they would have worked well with Nintendo to see if they could get it on that system.
Yeah, but
because my thing is, why would Nintendo have to do all the work? Sony and Microsoft didn't have to do anything.
Yeah, but Sony and Microsoft don't have anything to prove.
That's the problem. That's kind of unfair to me. Is that why Nintendo has to work to get games on that platform, but not Sony and Microsoft? And then the games that's on Sony and Microsoft, depending if it sell well or not, who knows if they're gonna pick it up or not?
Where with success in terms of third parties.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, and then you see the community, and you see people telling the people at Rocket League that they want the game on Switch. So if you got more people talking about how they want the game on the system, and no one really said anything about Rocket League when it first came out on Sony platforms and stuff, because you put it out for free on the PlayStation 4. So if you're seeing people saying that they want it, that's at least something promising. That'd be like, okay, if we're getting a lot of requests for this game, maybe we should try it. Maybe try it, see if you could get a demo at least out, or do some polling or some research and see what goes on. Because people gonna be like, I want this. Like, if you put Rocket League out, of course, a lot of gamers are gonna expect a cartridge copy. They're gonna want the game, because like Rocket League physical, like for Xbox One, PS4, has barely moved any copies. But I think for a Switch,
was there physical for Xbox One?
Yeah. Xbox One Xbox One and PS4 got physical copies for Rocket League.
Oh, God
Game
damn,
of the Year.
Double dip.
Game of the Year edition. It has like all the DLC and stuff.
Because it's like $29.99.
Yeah,
that's
$30.
half the problem too, because it's $10 more expensive.
Yeah, but you get all the DLC though, so like, I think it's a fair price.
So, that being said, why are we not talking about and bitching to get Hearthstone on Switch? That would do great there.
Blizzard. No, Blizzard's not going to try to put anything. Blizzard's not known for making console stuff that well.
No, they're not, but it would still do great on there.
Actually, one of the lead designers for Hearthstone said that they are having those conversations. So, it might be coming.
Great fit.
It makes sense. If you're going to say that everybody's been coming in our job, talk with the Switch in their hand, isn't that a good sign? Your employees are coming in with Switches.
Yeah, and that definitely helps when, the whole office is playing around with it going, I can see this.
Right. But it's Blizzard, and, well, yeah, about that.
To be fair, Blizzard doesn't exactly have a great track record on console anyways, but
that is true.
It's a little bit different, I could easily see this just in terms of layout. It's not the standard fare in certain senses, and I think it's in the right senses that would work great for something like Hearthstone.
Do you know how easy it would be for people who are going to BlizzCon to be like, of course they'll have their tablets and they'll have their PCs and stuff, but I'm just like, if you could get that full content on Hearthstone on Switch, and you see everybody at BlizzCon paying more on their Switch with that game, it's a guarantee to be a good seller. I would jump on Hearthstone if it came to Switch, even though I don't have the system yet.
I think part of the issue for things like Rocket League and Hearthstone on Switch, though, would be that they would probably need to put some time into working out an offline mode. Something that's not dependent on a network connection, but can function just in a split screen or in a local network setting.
Well, that should be easy.
These are things that these games don't necessarily do, right now, and it could take some adjusting to make sure that those things translate.
I mean, Blizzard should know more. It should be easier for Blizzard because they have space doing stuff online, offline. You're a company who make a whole bunch of games for PC and mobile, so you should know how to do this stuff. Rocket League, yeah, because it's an indie studio, it may take some time for that. But like Blizzard, that should be easy. In no way, or I cannot think of that saying. There should be no way that they have a problem trying to get local or single player or local co-op or whatever on Switch. It shouldn't be that hard.
Oh, but you have to remember that those games are not designed for offline. They're built from the ground up for online only. So like it's a lot of work to change the design to make it fit.
Now, are you saying it's ground up Okay, so because it don't have no local player, it would be hard for them to do. Because it shouldn't, because they have
to take more effort.
It takes more effort, more time, more resources. It's a lot more complicated than just like, oh yeah, let's just add local co-op where one person is fighting the other person. It's more complicated than that.
Then how long do you think it would take? Because it shouldn't take them that long. They've made games that's deal with local players. Yeah, I understand that the Switch is new technology.
But it's not really that, Eddie. It's those two games are built for online. They're not built for offline or single player. Rocket League, yes, you can play locally, but you don't play locally you don't play locally as a party game. You play locally as we're both gonna hop online. That's the quote unquote locally multiplayer that they have.
Well, yeah.
The same with Hearthstone. It's an online card game. It's not like it
doesn't have a single player.
Will have to change. They don't have a single player, so the design will have to change to support that local play, and changing the design of something just to fit the one console that they don't know if it's gonna be, if it's gonna keep selling like it's doing right now. It may not be worth it. Like unless these things start selling like the Wii back in the day, then sure, let's put money because that machine is a money maker and we can get the money back. But if it's not, I mean, if it's just the same as the Wii U, why would you bother?
While the Wii sold well, third parties on the Wii historically didn't fare all that great.
Because they didn't.
Part of that was their own fault for just shoveling out crap.
Yeah,
right.
Exactly.
They did mostly
ones that put on genuine good stuff didn't necessarily fare all that well because everything surrounding it was crap, and so everyone kind of approached it with a look of, I don't know.
And most of the content was missing, so it's just like, why even put it on Wii U if you're not going to treat it as the other systems? Why even put it on there? And I think, like, because like, okay, no one bought Need for Speed. No one bought Need for Speed on PlayStation 3, Xbox One. What makes you think that they're gonna buy a game that's a year or something old on Wii U and charge $60 for it? That doesn't make sense. EA, using you guys for a good example.
Yeah, but that's where I'm liking Nintendo's strategy of, hey, we're gonna be going after, like, we're gonna bet out every game that comes that wants to come into our console, and they're giving money to like indie developers and third parties, like, hey, bring this product because we want this one specifically. We don't want something else. We just want this one right now, and they're giving money to those, and that's why they have to go. They have to go after Rocket League. They have to go. I mean, Hearthstone. I know it has a big player base, and it would probably do well on Switch. But it's also like, I can have it on my phone. I can have it on my tablet. Why would I install it on Switch? I mean, sure, maybe, but
because it would be. There's something about going to cons or going to, maybe on the flight, it would have to be single player. But, going to conventions, going to Blizz kind of stuff, and not having to worry about having to paying for a connection or going to McDonald's like that. If you have your own Switch and I have a Switch, if we want to do Hearthstone, we could be able to battle without too much hassle or anything. All we got to do, pull it out, turn it on, and play. Instead of trying to worry about,
there has to be the financial draw for the third party developer.
Yeah,
and that's what they don't know for sure is there yet.
Well, the thing about it is that, and I said this in the past to many people. I think the Switch is gonna make Japanese developers more money than they will do Western third party, because Western third party is so much stuck in a rut of releasing the same thing over, the content, the ideas, the DLC, the gameplay. Like, they're not trying to bring out new IPs. They're not trying to go out the box of doing different genres or something. So they're stuck there. And yeah, it would be.
Developers are stuck in a special kind of rut too, because every game coming out for the last 3 years is a Dark Souls clone.
Well, yeah.
Yep, I agree.
I agree with you with that. Yeah.
There really needs to be a better term for that genre than Dark Souls clone.
Yeah, but if you look like at Platinum, of course, yes, they do a lot of beat 'em ups and stuff. But Bayonetta 2 was such a good fit for them for working with Nintendo. With
it
Platinum.
was, and it sold like crap.
Huh?
It was, and it sold like crap.
Yeah, because it was on the Wii U.
Nintendo courts, Platinum for it, gets Bayonetta 2. Nobody came over and bought it.
Pretty much, yeah. And the thing about it, it took Game of the Year. That's the crazy thing about it. It took Game of the Year because that year didn't Destiny come out on 2014?
No, it wasn't.
I don't remember.
13.
Well, no, Destiny came out in 2014 because it came out in September. It had to be.
I'm pretty sure it was 13, but maybe I'm mistaken.
Either or.
Well, it doesn't matter. Bayonetta. The problem with Bayonetta 2, as cool as a game as it is, it came out on the Wii U.
But
that was its doom.
But see, that's the thing about it. Bayonetta would have been doomed if it only came out to one platform. Bayonetta, see, that's the thing with Western third party that people don't understand. They need two systems in order to sell a game. Look at.
Oh, really?
Yes, they do.
Horizon sold a crap ton of copies. And
because that's first. Okay, that's first party. But I'm saying third party. You see how well that Sony marketed Horizon. So that's good. That's good marketing.
Well,
the gameplay,
Yeah, but
it was not first party. That was still a sizable seller on one console.
Which one?
Which one?
First one.
No, which game are you talking about?
Titanfall.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
That came out
on Xbox One only.
It came out on two systems, so.
Not the first one.
Yes,
First one was Xbox One.
No, it came out for 360 also.
Yeah, no, that checks out. Eddie's right.
Okay.
It came out for 360. Yeah.
And it came out and also PC, right? I
don't remember this on 360.
Nah, not on PC. But it was a dumbed down version though. But.
Oh, I know it was a leading game on Xbox One.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, there's that.
And I think the problem that people have with Titanfall though is that they wanted the single player, which was actually shocking to me about that. I was just like, wait, y'all don't care about single player in Call of Duty, but
I do.
Well, yeah, but I'm just like, you guys buy Call of Duty and everybody hype up the multiplayer. So, and people say, I buy Call of Duty for the multiplayer. So why with Titanfall do you need a single player game? It's like...
Well, because the thing is, the problem with games that don't have a single player is that you don't get used to the controls if you just hop online and it really starts destroying you. And that's the big thing. The single player helps as a tutorial to learn how to play the game and to get used to the controls before hopping online. Rocket League gets a pass because it's so easy and stupid that it doesn't really need anything else. You can just hop online and you will lose, obviously, but you'll get the game right away.
You'll understand within 3 minutes how to play the game.
Learning the physics?
Yeah.
Oh, the physics will take you time to fine-tune, but your controls you'll understand in a matter of minutes.
Well, if it's basic driving, hitting reps, and timing, that shouldn't take long. It just now depends on the physics of the ball, if the ball gonna go in or not, depending on how you hit it and what angle. Oh man,
yeah, that's something that you're gonna learn by playing more. You know, that's part of fine-tune learning the game.
I might get upset because I might cut it off and be like, I'm just about to go play Twisted Metal or something and blow all the cards up. Yes, everybody, I need to buy Rocket League. I know, and hopefully we'll do World 101 Rocket League playthrough, and I'll get destroyed because then, depending on whatever I'm looking at or playing, I'll be like, ooh, something shiny.
Yeah, that's a thing. Adrian, what else have you been playing? We got way sidelined.
Nothing really. Just that really. Rocket League.
What's your progress in Zelda and Breath of the Wild?
I want to speak to that until the book club.
Oh, I mean, well, can you?
I won't talk about that until the book club.
Well, only reason why I'm asking is because you heard where me and Larry and you caught spoilers on me. I don't know why, because I did nothing. We did nothing spoilerific, but progress in. Have you like really got like about 50 hours into the game, 70 hours into the game? Like how?
Like you want to know the time?
Yeah.
I have over 150 hours.
Okay.
Fantastic. I am curious, again, staying away from spoilers for you here, but are you pushing more in the narrative or are you just poking around exploring?
Oh no, I've been exploring like crazy. Did
you just say you finished Twilight like crazy? What?
No, I've been exploring like crazy.
Oh, okay. I heard Twilight. I'm like, I'm like, did he just say Twilight, like Vampire Twilight or Twilight Princess HD?
Oh, I will. Oh man, like I don't think I can ever play another Zelda game.
I can. That's
easy.
Gods,
now. Stupid long tutorials. Just get out of here.
I could easily.
I'll play Oracle of Season or Ages because I love those games. But everything else is just a big nope.
I need to finish Seasons. I have Seasons and Ages, but I need to finish them. I haven't gotten far in them.
You know, I'm going to own up to it. I haven't played any of the Seasons games.
You should, Larry. I think you're going to really enjoy them, if I'm honest.
Yeah, I know.
I might actually scope that out once I get my new 3DS XL.
Sure.
We got the Pikachu one at my job, and I want it so bad.
Just because I don't download anything more onto my current 3DS until I get it replaced with the new one. That's coming fairly soon.
I have to actually change my I have to put my new 3DS whenever I get it. I got to put it to the current my Nintendo, so when I buy games on it, I could get that. Because I'm not transferring anything over on my new 3DS. I'm keeping everything that's digital on the game. I'm keeping everything going that. I paid too much money for my Zelda 3DS.
Mm. Yeah, I don't have any special edition 3DS. I just want the new 3DS XL so I can, like, properly pocket some Super Nintendo stuff. I've got a Super Boy and I love it. It has a great nostalgic feel to it, but I kind of want a simple, portable Super solution.
What is funny, they're now appearing back in stores. Like, they now are just restocking it. And they've been going since since November.
Christmas time, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, they were producing Switches like crazy.
Well, yeah, but it was just like when stores got maybe 2 or 4 of them, even with 2DSs, they were gone within 5 minutes.
Yeah, that's obviously, like, everybody thought, like, oh, the Switch is gonna be this hybrid thing. So I, better buy a 3DS before they get discontinued.
No. Well, it's not. It's not that. Everybody was looking for a Wii U.
Because of the same reason, it's discontinued now. It's a collectibles item.
Well, I know for 2DS it was the price. Because kids.
Oh yeah, the 2DS is so cheap that if you're not getting one, you're missing out.
Right. And then it was just like kids were asking for the new 3DS. I think people were trying to get Wii U's because their kids were asking for it. Like a lot of more parents were trying to buy stuff. So it wasn't like people who were trying to flip them for a higher profit. It's not those like scammers and stuff.
That's scalpers.
Scalpers. There are some scammers too because they try to use fake credit cards too. But there were a lot of parents, definitely in my area during the holiday. Anything Nintendo, they were buying. like barely anyone in my area touched PS4 or Xbox One, and that's for games and systems. If anyone touched the Xbox One, it might be the Slim and maybe one game or whatever came with the system. That was it. They didn't touch any of those games throughout the holidays.
I could see that, and I did watch some of that happening too. Actually, I had a family member that was looking for a 3DS for somebody for Christmas and couldn't find them for shit anywhere. And I did a little poking around and didn't find much anything myself. But yeah, they didn't do much to stock it either. And I do think part of that has to do with the Switch. I think part of it just has to do with the fact that they're bracing to phase it out.
No, they're going to continue it. Nintendo makes too much money on 3DS to put their full commitment to Switch to make them profit. I mean, Switch is going to make them money. Don't get me wrong. Switch is going to make them money. But if they could double their profits with their handheld and console business, they will.
We'll see. Well, I think we'll know definitively what direction they go probably by about the end of the year.
Well, I think by E3 we'll know more. If they do, because hopefully they do like the fall Nindy segment like they did last year. And that would say something if they're doing more for 3DS in the that fall segment, or they decide to do a Nintendo Direct for both Switch and 3DS, because they got too many games that they announced from last year's E3 that haven't got an official release date.
They've still got a whole lot of stuff that they've put out, or that they said is coming for the Switch too. So. Yeah. There's a lot of stuff just floating right now.
Yeah, I hope hopefully at E3, hopefully they talk at least about 10 or announce maybe 7 titles for 3DS. Hopefully 15 games for Switch, and then maybe updates on indies and some new indies. We shall see. So I'm hoping at least for like. It might be a stretch, but I'm kind of hoping for 30 games to be announced between both systems.
I don't think we'll see 30 games announced, but I do think that they will show somewhere to the tune of about 30.
Yeah, because they'll probably do like a flat a montage of games coming out, like of indie games.
They'll probably be revisiting and talking more about some stuff that they've already announced.
Yeah.
And talking more about it.
Yeah. Well, Larry, what have you been playing like what you're doing right now? And what you've been up to?
I'm still off and on poking at Breath of the Wild. I'll sit down for a little bit, turn it on, wander around for an hour or two, find a shrine or two, a couple of Korok seeds, and then put it back down again. I put sufficient time to finally write a review for Fast RMX in, which is absolutely fantastic. For the love of God, buy it. It's so good.
Yes.
What else? I'm thinking this week I will probably go back to playing more of The Witness. Let's see, what else has been on my list? A little bit of Snipper Clips off and on. I'm right at the ass end of Spectre Knight, and I will probably write that review in the next couple days. So that's a thing that'll be coming up. You can look for that. Lord, what else? I think that's most of it.
Did you do the update for Breath of the Wild? Like,
yep.
Automatic. Did you notice any difference?
I will say it does seem like it's dropping less frames. It seems to run a little bit smoother. So
yeah, it looks more vibrant too.
Around the Lost Woods, which is where I heard the biggest improvement is noticeable. But in general, it feels a little less chuggy.
Okay. Yeah, because I was playing it on the Wii U version, and I could notice it, but there's still some parts that it still chugs.
Right. I didn't think they would fix it 100%, but at least it's better.
Yeah, I think so they'll probably do more updates and continue to fix the frame rate. So.
No, I don't think we'll see any more focus on frame rate issues on it than what we just did. I suspect that they're going to look at it and go, look, it's better. It was already decent enough that we were okay with putting it out. You complained. We fixed most of it. We're going to stop here.
I think they'll keep going because they got the DLC still to do. So.
Yeah, but I don't think it's going to impact anything in terms of DLC.
No, well, we shall see. We shall see. Anything else?
No, I think that's been most of it. I will say my Switch was wonderful to have when I was spending some time in the hospital last week for various things. So, yeah, the portability is nice.
How's that Call of Duty Infinite Warfare?
I've played maybe the first 2 or 3 hours. Was that this week? Yeah, it was this week too. God damn it. I actually quite enjoyed the first couple hours that I've played of it. In terms of story, I like their presentation. I'm not deep enough into... No, I do have thoughts on the story. I take that back. But in terms of presentation, I like the fact that it gives you or lets you keep some player agency pretty much the whole time.
Mm-hmm.
In terms of, scenes where it's disseminating, story information to you. It does so in, bits where it's like, walk with me, and you're walking down corridors of office buildings and shit like that. And, you're actually still in control of your character rather than just going, here's a cutscene, and you get to do nothing. I really appreciate that fact. I quite like the characters that I've been exposed to thus far. I thoroughly enjoy the robot, Ethan. He makes me laugh. But no, I'm enjoying it. I think the story has parts that are reminiscent of some of the Mars Independence storyline from Babylon 5, which, like it or not, that's your own personal prerogative, but I always thought it was interesting. I enjoyed it. So that part catches my eye. Still getting a handle on a couple tidbits, but for the most part, I thought it was pretty good. At least what I've played of it so far, and I will probably be playing more of it this week because I am off work for a week or two.
All right, cool. For me,
thank you for sending that, by the way. That was a lovely present. It was a wonderful surprise. Yeah, so for anybody that doesn't know, Eddie randomly sends me presents. My roommate was looking for a Shovel Knight amiibo because there are fucking none of them in town here. And Eddie said that there's 8 of them sitting at his fucking Toys R Us still. So he picked one up and he shipped it to me. So I knew there was a package coming. So I get home one day and I go, oh, package from Eddie. Cool. Shovel Knight amiibo. And I open it up and there's a Shovel Knight amiibo. And there's also these adorable little Nintendo bibs for my daughter. And then there's a copy of Infinite Warfare in there too. None of which he told me he was sending. I'm like, oh, yay, presents. Little things make the day better.
Yes.
Because Eddie's a fucking adorable sweetheart.
No. Adrian, I need to send you something one day in Canada. I don't know.
Fun. It will be more expensive to send something than, I don't know, than flying here and giving me a hug and stuff.
Well, actually,
just buy the other 7 Shovel Knight amiibos at work and send them all to him.
Oh, no.
Just open up and roll around in them.
You know me.
I probably will.
You know me, I'd be like, Adrian, put this code in.
Yeah.
He'll put the code in. It'd be like $50 for like Xbox One, so he could buy some games. It'd be like, okay, go have fun. Leave me alone.
Speaking of Xbox One, I have to hook it up again, but I finally changed my name, my gamer tag. So now everyone can add me, and we'll play online whenever I actually set it up again. But yeah.
I actually got to cut mine on and do the update. I haven't played mine in a while. But everybody, for me, I've been playing Breath of the Wild, Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild. I just beat the third Guardian, like the third deity. I won't say who, so it won't be spoiler alerts.
Well, the third one's going to be different for everybody, depending on what order.
Well, because if I say it, Adrian's going to get upset because he might have not did it, depending on how he's doing his exploration and story stuff. And he wants to wait for the book club to describe that. So I don't want to say anything. Throwing shade at Adrian with a smile.
Thank you. I am smiling, even though you can see me.
So I'm making progress in that. I am still playing Horizon Zero Dawn, making progress in that. I think I'm gonna do my best to finish it, like maybe this week. I'm really gonna be pressing through on trying to play that game. To just let everybody know that this is a Monday. Persona 5 will be out Tuesday. I am getting the collector's edition, so I do want to take pictures and I do want to post them. So hopefully that Monday night or that Tuesday, because the GameStop that I pre-ordered, I paid it all off and I got to pick it up. Hopefully I could pick it up the day you guys are hearing this recording, and check out the website just to see everything that I got. But Persona 5 is my kind of next game. That I'm picking up. I know I still need to get near Ghost Recon Wildlands and Mass Effect Andromeda, but those games will be coming later. But pretty much, and I also got to find my Mad Max. I got to put that on my PS4. I need to install that so I can put it on my hard drive. But yeah, Horizon and Breath of the Wild is what I've been playing, and I've literally been nerding out with Johnny Womack from Happy Hour with Johnny and Deuce. Shout out to them. I've been nerding out with him about Horizon and telling him some of my problems with it, but just like agreeing 100% on how he feels with the game. And even though this is not a final review, that review will be coming soon. He gives it a 9.5 and I give it a 9. So we did doing the number thing, and he just what's with the 0.5, and I explained to him. He's just like, okay, I can understand. I have surpassed my anger and just take the game is for what it is. But it is a beautiful game. I think it's one of the reasons to own a PS4 if you ever think about getting it, because Horizon is good. And I will say that once again, Horizon and Breath of the Wild are two separate games. So
yeah, one is vastly superior than the other.
You know what? It's not.
And Adrian.
Sorry.
Personal preference matters.
Adrian doesn't like the PS4 controller, everybody. So, but
yeah, don't get me started on that again.
Yeah, I know, but
be here for fucking ever.
Oh,
yep.
It's World 101. When have we not been forever talking about a topic?
This is true.
Hey, we got into a topic, an unplanned topic, and Andrew was talking about what he's been playing.
Yep.
So,
welcome to the podcast.
Yes, everybody. So we're gonna move on. We actually have a show that I put together for the guys. And we'll probably go off a little bit as normal, but it's been announced that GameStop will be closing around 150 stores. And I kind of asked the guys, what does this say about the used game market? And for GameStop in particular, with all their shirts and other trinkets and stuff, do you think that's hurting the company? What'd you say, Larry?
I swear we talked about this last week.
We didn't. No, we didn't. We talked about Microsoft last week, remember, for E3. We didn't talk about the GameStop.
I swear we mentioned this.
No, we did not.
Okay.
Because you had the topic of that you wanted to talk about Microsoft.
I know we talked about that. I am convinced we at least brought this up.
Not this one. What you guys think? How do you feel? Is the used game market changing? Because, GameStop depends on that used game money to keep their business open.
I think the used game market is definitely in need of being looked at in terms of a few things. In particular, I'm frustrated that for the most part, there is no other major retail chain to compete with GameStop to force better prices. Mm-hmm. That annoys me no end. Because competition will drive superior prices, plain and simple. That's free market at work. Just is. On top of that, I think it's also stupid that no digital platform yet really has done anything in terms of giving me options to trade in games in a digital format. Like, seriously, why the hell on Steam can I not, buy a game for $40? Give me an option to trade it in and drop the license for like $20.
Larry, say that again because you froze.
All right. I will repeat myself, but only go handsome. I think it's Steam and consoles should fucking get on it too because they're pushing digital to no end either. But I think it's retarded that I can't buy a game digitally either on my PC or on my console, and the platform knows what I paid for it. I buy a digital game for $40 on Steam, and it knows that I paid $40 for it. And it should get me $40. I own it for a month. I've played it. I'm done with it. I will probably never touch it again. Let me trade it in digitally for $20, and then I'll go buy another $40 game, and you've just earned another $20 of my money. Why is this such a complicated thing? In the meantime, they would rather just permanently lease us licensing rights.
Oh.
Because right now, when I buy a game digitally, I don't own it. God forbid somebody decides, yeah, you know what, we're just going to shut down that game. I now have a physical copy of something that I can't do anything with. That's bullcrap. Plain and simple, that's bullcrap. I may no longer be able to re-download something, for example. There are cases where there are games that the platform is now dead, the servers are gone, and something happened and maybe my data got corrupted, and I can't re-download that game for whatever reason. That game's gone forever. I have no physical copy of it, and I have nothing to show for it, even though I bought it. So, give me my digital stuff, and I will probably be more inclined to buy more digital. But as it stands right now, it's a fucking mess. It's a broken system that needs vast adjustment before I start buying into anything 100% digital. I'm done. I've finished complaining.
Yeah, there are some freezing moments, but you'll be able to fix it. Adrian, what are your thoughts?
I'm sad that stores are closing because I like buying physical. I don't like digital purchases. And that's pretty much it. I don't want stores to close. However, GameStop's policies are garbage to their employees and to their clients. And also, what's up with all the toys? Like, what is up with that? I don't care about toys.
Oh my God, yes. We touched on this in the forums. I knew I talked about this somewhere. The forums, we discussed this a little bit. I am so tired and over walking into GameStop and seeing more shelf space dedicated to toys, knickknacks, T-shirts, and other crap than actual games.
Because they bought some kind of they bought some company.
They partnered in with ThinkGeek.
Okay, yeah. Adrian and Larry?
I don't want a fucking keychain. I don't want a T-shirt. I have other places for that. I go to a game store for games, and frankly, I'm going to GameStop for less and less and less.
Don't get me wrong. Like I do like that they partner with ThinkGeek because shipping from ThinkGeek to here is a pain. But that being said, yes, why like more shelf space for those things than actual games? Like I see less and less games every day, and I'm done. I walk in for the games. I don't walk in for the toys. I mean, it's nice that you have the toys, but that's not what I'm there for.
Yeah, who goes to GameStop and says, I'm going to go to GameStop because I need a knick-knack?
Well, no. They think of the gamer in mind that, this be a cool little trinket or a cool shirt or, something that you could get automatic, like quicker than ordering off of Amazon or something like that. Because there's not like set game merchandise in retail stores. Like you can easily say there's T-shirts, but there's only like a limited amount of T-shirts. You can't get like keychains and all those other kind of knickknacks like at Toys R Us or something. Or even like if I was GameStop, I would do more soundtracks than I will do T-shirts and trinkets and stuff. Like if I'm able to if I'm able to team up with the studio or whoever from Japan to get like CDs like imported to like do video game music, I would rather do that because that music you can't get here in America physically unless you order it from Amazon Japan. You could probably buy a digital copy, but I'm like, if you want to hear the actual CD playing in your house or whatever, you might want to like have that like without having to wait for it to come in to be ordered.
Well, I could get behind that. There are some things that they could do, but they don't seem to have an interest in that. It's just, I don't know. I think they've lost their way. There are other things they could do to help themselves out too, because like I said, dear God, their trades are atrocious to boot. Plain and simple. Their trades are god-awful. I speak as somebody that worked at a former large chain competitive game store, and we took great pride in our trade values being respectable. On top of that, they're not helping themselves out in terms of used any either, because when your used copy is less than $10 different, I'm not going to buy used. It's not worth it to me. Not for like $5. That's less than a 10% difference. That's just asinine. You've got to do better than that if you want to support your ecosystem. And there are things that they could do to help themselves out. They could easily probably negotiate better deals in terms of what they're paying for new games from publishers if they were to give publishers a cut of the used game sales that they're getting in, but they don't do that. They keep all that for themselves. As I understand it, Best Buy at least does that. So, there's room to negotiate, but they don't want to budge on anything. They they continue to do what they do, and they're going to continue to wither until eventually they've killed themselves off under the weight of their own stupidity and stubbornness.
But then do you think as consumers that they'll just find another place to trade in all those games? Because then now,
yeah, I do. If on the rare occasion I trade in a game, I'm going to take it over to a local mom and pop shop because one, I will right off the bat get better prices, and two, most of those shops I can usually haggle and negotiate with the owner. Nothing is fixed, and if I'm trading something in and I see two games for $30 and I got $25 in credit, and I can ask the boss man behind the counter, say, trade both these in and you give me both of those for $25 instead. And I'll go, yeah, sure. And you know what? He will forever fucking earn my business and loyalty for that. There's some give and take there. And on top of that, he's far more reasonably priced on all of his stuff already than GameStop is. And then on top of that, my return patronage is appreciated because I continue to, garner face time and tenure with him. Mm-hmm. And so, I tend to get better deals the more often I come back.
Okay. What about you, Adrian?
GameStop does none of that.
I don't really trade in my games. The few times that I've considered trading a game in, I usually find a way around it and just don't. But yeah, I've told this story before how I went to GameStop years ago. This was I want to say 2009 or something like that. And a friend gave me a game to trade in because he didn't have a GameStop or anything nearby. He told me, just pick me up a PlayStation Network, like $15 car or whatever. Mm-hmm. It's like, yeah, sure, don't worry about it. I'll help you out. So I went in, and as soon as I opened the door, I see the game that I was about to trade in. I want to say it was one of the Killzones, but I'm not 100% sure. Anyway, I see the game that I'm about to trade in being sold at the same store, used, for like $45 or something like that, and I was just like, oh man, this is wicked. They'll probably give me like half of that or whatever, maybe some more, and I'll give him the car and maybe get some extra money for myself or whatever. So I went in to trade in the game, and the guy says like, yeah, the trading value is $5. I was like, hold on, like you're selling this game for 45 and you give me 5? Yeah, but it's like a very old game, so it loses its value. Like, yeah, I get that, but like you are having a 500% margin profit on this. You know what? Forget it. I'll just skip the game for myself. I bought the PlayStation car and I give that to him. So he basically sold me the game for $15. So he got the better deal. I got a game, which I haven't played obviously, but like I got a game for 15 instead of 45. So that's my issue. Like those prices, like you're already saying, they're completely wrong. They don't know how to set those prices right. And they sell them for like $5 cheaper than a new game. Like, why will I buy a used game if I can just buy the new one for $5 more?
And that has happened. That the used game is actually more than a new game. You'd be like, wait, that doesn't make sense.
Yep. They want to take the they want to screw the customer at just about every turn possible. It's an old game. So we're going to knock down the trade value, but we're not going to bring the price down to match. It's like you can't do that and stay in business.
Well, sometimes it depends on how many copies of that game is being traded in. Definitely, I know with new releases that if you spend $60, I don't know how much you get back, but when you look at it, you be like, it's $54.99 and the new game is $59.99. Like, this game just came out. It shouldn't be used at all.
Yeah, but even still, if I'm going to buy a used copy, you got to do better than $5 off. I don't care how old it is.
Yeah, I'm 100% agree with you there, Larry. if you're selling me, like, if you want to entice me to buy a used game, which is your whole business, yes, give me a better deal than just $5 off a brand new game. If you are selling that game to me for half of what the new game is, sure, I'll take that. I'll buy the cheaper, same version of the game. Just I don't get to unwrap it, which for me is a joy. But I'm paying a lot less. I can buy 2 games instead of just 1.
Pretty
right?
much.
So it's yeah, you have to give me a better deal. You're not getting my business because of that, right? Like you're losing money. I'm spending more money. I'm not supporting your store, and just moving on.
Well, I'll still get the buy 2 get 1 free. I'll take that. That's how I got the order. That's all I'm gonna say. So we're gonna move on. Shut up, Larry.
You got under that stick,
Larry. I was about to say, Larry, shut up, because I knew you were about to say something.
Yeah, I am forever gonna make fun of you for that.
Hey, I got it for free, so I'm not complaining. I rated the game.
You still paid too much.
Hey, I rated the game as $5 with a Wendy's coupon. That's good enough. So we're going to get to the last part of today's episode, and kind of want to ask you guys this question. Some company is releasing a Sega Genesis game, a brawler coming out, and I posted you guys, like, would you love to see old consoles get new games for their system? Like, would you like to see a new Super Nintendo or even an N64 or GameCube game? Because I know a lot of companies or a lot of indie people, garage companies or something, they do like a lot of Dreamcast games. But would you guys like to see like these, like something for the Super Nintendo ever come back out?
Adrian, I'm going to let you field it because I know you're on a time crunch.
Yes.
Yes, thank you. Like I've backed projects on Kickstarter for brand, quote unquote new NES games or Super Nintendo games. I would love to back a N64 project, but apparently that is like incredibly painful to code for, which makes me sad. But whatever. But yeah, no, the homebrew community are making retro games for the actual consoles that they wanted those games on. Sure, give them to me. Like, I'm more than happy to add something to my collection, especially if it's a physical cartridge, to add something to my collection that I don't have or will never have otherwise, and that most people out there won't play either. Like, that sounds awesome to me.
Yeah, what about you, Larry?
I'm probably going to hold the unpopular opinion here, but that being said, I don't think I want it to become a big thing in the indie community for a couple of reasons. One, I appreciate, games that come out that have that retro style and sensibility. Shovel Knight and Axiom Verge all day. Cave Story needs some love too, because I don't think we've really talked much about Cave Story, but I love Cave Story.
We'll have an episode about Cave Story because I have thoughts on that game.
But in any case, here's the thing. While those games have that look, that style, that sensibility, they wouldn't actually run on that kind of old hardware. There are things that are underlying that are beyond the capabilities of an old Super or, original NES or a Genesis or anything like that, that, help smooth out and make that experience more enjoyable, and I like that. On top of that, I'm not opposed to paying money for something that I really want, but case in point with the new Genesis Brawler that's coming out, production for those cartridges, especially, when you're doing in such small quantity, is expensive. Holy fuck nuts. We're talking about $70 for a Genesis cartridge Brawler. Think about that for a minute. That's for a basic bare bones copy of the game. $70. Now, if that Brawler comes out digitally for like $5, $10, $15, I'll pony that up in a heartbeat because it looks like fucking fun.
Yes.
That commercial is fantastically ridiculous, and the game looks like fun. It features a very large, burly, half-naked Asian man screaming into a microphone, and then some very smooth, relaxing music at the end. It's a very weird thing. You should all watch it. I'll post a link to it.
And
but in any case,
before you go, Larry, the title is called Paparium, Paparium. So if you want to look it up, Paparium, and like Larry said, he'll post it on the forum. But go ahead, Larry.
But yeah, in any case, it's one of those things that, like you said, it's expensive, and that's cost prohibitive. And I'm one of those people. I would like to get the most out of my the most game for my money. So if I can get a copy of that, digitally for $10, $15, I'll do that. And then if I really like the game and it gets me right here, nice little soft spot, in the hole in my chest where my heart used to be, then I will spend big money to get a physical copy. But going in blind, I'm not going to drop $70, $80, $98 for something like that. I'm just not.
Yeah. I know they have the Sega Genesis collection where it's like actual Sega Genesis, and you can put old cartridges in there to make it work. Hopefully, if it does work on that system, I would get that. For me, I kind of would like to see like a first print, be on those old school consoles. That would be cool for those who want to get it, and then anyone who wants to still play it but could get it digitally on the other consoles. So like, the old school consoles be like the time exclusive, and the modern consoles, at least they can still make a profit and regroup some of the costs of it. That's how I would like to see it be done, because I would love to like play Super Nintendo game in this modern time, like something that's never came out, or Sega Genesis or TurboGrafx, something like that. I would love to see all of that being done. And yes, I know with modern consoles, the feel of it is there, but not the actual style of it. Meaning that, taking Shovel Knight for example, there's some things in Shovel Knight that wouldn't have been done on the NES, but the feel of it and the look and the style still makes you think of a Nintendo game. So there's just that feel, but it's not a lot of that stuff that's on that game could have been done on an actual Nintendo. So, but with that, everybody, that is our show. Before we go, Adrian, what would you like to plug? Let us know. What's up?
Follow my company, The First Machine, at thatfirstmachine.com for the latest news. Although I don't update the website often, so actually follow us on Twitter. That's probably what I post most of the updates. We have a new game coming out soon, and follow us there, and you'll get notified when we do.
Yes, Adrian, will you be joining us for E3?
What do you mean?
Will you be at the show?
Will you be recording with us?
Oh, I didn't know. I thought Larry was going to.
Yeah, Larry is going, but we're going to still be recording throughout the week. It's E3. We're probably going to be talking about a lot of what Larry's actually been playing, get his ideas.
Fucking everything.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. Like I don't know if I'll have the time, but sure. If I'm available, I'm gaming. I love talking E3.
Yay! Yeah, because I'm taking days off for that. So that I'll be able to record, because I'm definitely going to be busy popping on other people's podcasts, recording World 1 Optional Opinion and all of that. So I'm going to be definitely busy with that. But yeah, everybody follow Frozen Machine. Larry, plug. What you got going
on? I will probably be spending some time streaming on Twitch over the coming week or two. Coming up this week, I swear to Christ, I will get the Spectre Knight review up. It is taking me some effort and some time to get back into the rhythm of writing. On top of that, doing reviews, which is something that I didn't do a lot of when I was doing more writing a number of years ago anyways. It's a very different style of thing for me to approach. That being said, so that's coming. We are on Twitch. Like I said, I will probably be streaming some Infinite Warfare and maybe some Rocket League. You're going to have to forgive me because the Twitch setup is just the Xbox One with the Xbox One Connect, and Eddie keeps telling me it sounds like garbage, and I have no idea what I can do to fix it, but I keep thinking with it, hoping anyways. So,
I'm probably going to send you a link, Larry, if you care to order one, because like the headphones that I'm using now, it has a mic to it, these Sony headphones, and if you plug it into the controller, it'll pick up. And so when you talk, you'll sound more professional. So that the camera won't pick you up. You'll have the mic in the controller, and you'll be able to hear yourself in the game.
Yeah, I can order shit right now. There is no extra money floating around. Trust me. So, but yeah, that's most of everything. As always, the main source of news of anything that we do is on the Facebook page. I really do need to pay more attention to our Twitter. I swear I will get better at it. What else? Twitch, Twitter, Facebook. Catch us on iTunes. Big, huge fucking welcome and hello, by the way, because I noticed we had a huge uptick in traffic over the last week on people listening to the show. So if you're new, hi. I hope we have not, well, I won't say I hope we haven't offended you. That's usually a personal goal for me. But, I hope you at least enjoyed it a little bit, if you're the masochistic type. But other than that, stick around. We hope to see more of your gorgeous, sexy faces.
Yay. And you can follow us on Twitter at World1_1 Podcast. You can email the show because we want to hear what you guys think about Rocket League being on the Switch, and what you guys been playing, what you think about GameStop and the used game market. What would you like to see of old school games was coming back? What game would you recommend that you would, or maybe a sequel or something? And any other thing that you guys would like to talk about, you can email us at world11podcast@gmail.com, WORLD11podcast@gmail.com. You can hear more of our episodes at shoutengine.com. Once again, thank you everybody for listening and, checking us out. I have a podcast called Optional Opinion. You guys can find that at SoundCloud, the Anonymous Radio Network.podme.com, iTunes, Google Play, and other podcasts apps. So you guys can follow me there. I have a blog from last week called What a Character on IGN.com under Anime ENIME. That's my latest optional opinion. I talk about characters that have made an impact in the industry. That's that's a lot of people's favorites and stuff. So do check out those blogs. The podcast will be coming out later. Sorry I had to postpone it because I had to work. So I wasn't able to get it out. So do check that out. Hopefully you guys follow me on Twitter at That's Retro Code. And you can find me on Facebook under Ever Varnell, and check out my the Order 1886 review that I posted on the forum. We have now got everything together. Reviews will be going on World 101 page. Correct.
Our official Facebook page, not the forum. Forums are for conversations and discussions. Speaking of conversations and discussions, Adrian, pimp the book club.
We are gonna have goodbye to the Wii U coming up soon. Probably by the time you're hearing this, it's gonna be up actually. We're gonna talk our best experiences on the console. Take it or leave it, but the Wii U was quite enjoyable, and I had lots of fun with it, and I met a lot of good people thanks to it.
Hi.
So yeah, exactly, and like you guys, right? We started talking thanks to, with Larry was Super Metroid. That's when we started talking. But with Eddie, sorry,
Metroid Prime.
I guess that too. but you actually helped me out a little bit. We weren't talking that much back then.
This is true.
During Super Metroid, yeah.
Involved until Prime.
Yeah.
I ran all through Super Metroid in one day. Me and Johnny did.
But no, yeah, that's really cool. It was a really nice console, and the Switch has taken over pretty much every single one of our lives except Eddie. But we want to say goodbye to the Wii U and talk about like our top three, not our top three, but like the three games that we basically enjoyed the most on the console, and tell some stories about it. And so that's gonna be coming up soon. Follow me. Well, not follow me. Go to Facebook.com/groups/MBC Book Club.
Yes.
Or Nintendo Book Club. Yeah, no, MBC Book Club. Yeah, that's the name of the group.
And also
you can join there.
And also, guys, you could join us on MVC Video Game Book Club for April. We'll be discussing The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild. So, if you guys have that copy for Wii U and Switch, play it. We want to hear your thoughts on the page. Because I want to see what everybody thinks. I know some people don't want stuff to be spoiled, but I want to, hopefully I can hear everybody's adventure or something cool that they just want to mention in the show. That's what I want to see.
And that's why we gave Zelda like 2 months, right? So everybody, plays at their own pace and explore as much as they want to explore, and do the things they want to do without feeling pressure. Like, this is the month is gonna come up, and I haven't beaten the game, or I don't want to, listen to the episode because it's might be spoilery or blah blah blah, right? So. You still have all of April until then. We'll talk some Wii U stuff. So,
yeah. And Adrian, when is the poll going up for the next system and game? Will that be coming in a couple of weeks?
Yeah, I'll probably start that on the second week of April. So.
Okay. Oh, and everybody, just to let you know, next week's episode will be on my birthday. So, if you want to wish
we'll
me,
have cake.
If you want to wish me anything, early birthdays, you guys can. But our next show, it should be about me. No, it won't be about me. Someone would do something stupid on Facebook or YouTube or whatever, and we'll discuss it. So, and with that, everybody, that is the show. And we will see you until next time. And with that, we are out. Thank you, Adrian. Thank you, Larry. I'm going to miss you guys during this podcast.
All of you. I will talk to you throughout the week.
Yeah. Bye.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.